My name is Whitney Euland. I am a celebrity life coach, and today I am going to be answering your most pressing questions. I literally care way too much about what people think. How do you stop caring so much? Listen, this is honestly kind of a hard one because my answer is that you shouldn't stop caring. Now, obviously, you're not going to take every single person's advice to heart, and there are things that you can just let roll off your sleeve, but sometimes it is actually just going to hurt when you get negative feedback. I would be lying if I said that I didn't cry sometimes when I get a mean comment or get a mean email, but I think that that's part of staying a really good person and maintaining your humanity. If you're constantly existing in an echo chamber where you're only hearing nice things about you and your whole team, your family is hyping you up, then you're kind of just existing in a bubble and you're not really going to be able to live the full human experience because you're not actually going to be able to connect to other people. Instead, you can just have compassion for yourself when something does hurt your feelings or when you do care. Meet yourself where you're at. So instead of saying like, oh, I need to stop caring so much, say something like, of course I care. Everyone would want their community to support them, and no one wants to receive hateful comments. Once you acknowledge the feelings that are coming up in your body, that's when they're going to be able to pass through and you'll be able to continue showing up and going after your dreams. How do you not get jealous when someone else blows up doing what you do? I actually love jealousy because I think that jealousy and envy reveal to us what our desires are. If you see someone who is creating the success that you want, or has the relationship that you want, or has the body that you want, then there's some part of you that also wants to have that as well. And if you're feeling jealous, it just means that you don't believe that you can also create that for yourself. So the next time that you're jealous, notice what it's about and then work on believing that that's actually something that's entirely possible for you too. How do celebrities not burn out when they have to be on all of the time? So one, I do think a lot of celebrities burn out and then they have to kind of reassess and come up with a work-life balance that actually supports them in their careers. And essentially, celebrities are high performers, and so oftentimes they need additional support so that they can continue performing at such a high level. But I also think that they give themselves permission to not be on all of the time. I think it can be really helpful to think about your celebrity persona kind of like a hologram that's independent of you, that sometimes you take on and other times you take off. So it's kind of like Superman and Clark Kent. Just being able to separate yourself from your celebrity persona can really help you from burning out. Now, Superman is just an analogy here, but it's the same for celebrities. You don't always have to wear that S on your chest. I don't want to be seen as just an influencer. Is that necessary now? So listen, having attention is a resource and essentially it's leverage. So if you build an online following, you are building leverage that then you can exchange into whatever you want. Just because it's online doesn't mean that it's not real. And we live in a day and age where you can literally put yourself in the spotlight thanks to our phones. So I would say take advantage of it. How do you not take hate comments personally? Like, I know I shouldn't care, but it still hurts. Listen, I like to tell my clients to imagine their trolls like 12-year-olds who are sitting in their parents' basements watching SpongeBob reruns. Because if they're sitting there commenting on your content, then their emotional maturity is that of a 12-year-old. Do celebrities actually feel confident, or are they just good at faking it? A little bit of both. I do think that there's a little bit of a fake it like you make it, and when you're used to feeling confident, you get better at faking it because you know what it physically feels like in your body. But I also think at some point people do give themselves permission to let go of the imposter syndrome. How do I stop dimming myself down so people don't think I'm too much? I think if you're afraid of being seen as too much and you're changing who you are, then you're not really giving people an opportunity to love you for who you really are. And so then even if you do create a love with them, it's not going to feel authentic anyway. I've had to say goodbye to a lot of people in my life, but the people who matter always have ended up coming back around when they saw the real, true version of me. And I will say maybe I'm lucky because I've lost a lot of friends, I've lost a lot of work relationships, but ultimately my family has always had my back, and our relationship was able to get closer once they saw the real me. So even if you do end up losing friends and relationships, then it still is going to be better than you keeping them because you're faking who you are. It's like so cheesy, but be yourself. So if you want to stop dimming yourself, the first thing is going to be acknowledging that you are dimming yourself, and then reflect on how would you show up if you were fully being your authentic self, and then start showing up like that. If you're watching this, you probably have some questions yourself. Now, I have created the Celebrity Circle. This is my monthly membership program where you can submit your questions to have them answered here on my channel. And if so, I would invite you into the Celebrity Circle. This is my monthly membership program where you can submit your questions here to have them answered, engage with our community, and also every single month I drop a new breathwork, meditation, or hypnosis to help you acclimate to visibility of fame. How to join is in the description, and stay tuned for part 2 so that we can answer more of your questions.